Timeline of the Information Ages: Year 1946 to 1948, Year 1957 to 1958, Year 1960s to 1969, and Year 1971 to 1972.
Hello everyone, my name is BGF Matining and my topic is all about ENIAC computer and birth of field of information theory proposed by Claude E. Shannon. In 1946, ENIAC computer was developed. ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, the first programmable general-purpose electronic digital computer built during World War II by the United States American physicist John Mauchly. It was invented on February 15, 1946, and the first electronic computer used for general purposes such as solving numerical problems. (1948) Birth of field of information theory proposed by Claude E. Shannon. The real birth of modern information theory can be traced to the publication in 1948. In the case of communication of information over a noisy channel, this abstract concept was formalized in 1948 by Claude Shannon in a paper entitled The Mathematical Theory of Communication, in which information is thought of as a set of possible messages, and the goal is to send the messages over a noisy channel and to have the receiver construct the messages with low probability of error in spite of channel noise. Shannon's main result, the noisy channel coding theorem, showed that in the limit of many channel uses, the rate of information that is asymptotically achievable is equal to the channel capacity, a quantity dependent merely on the statistics of the channel over which the messages are sent. That's all.
Good day everyone, I'm Christian James Duliano and my topic is all about the 1957 planar transistor that was developed by Gene Horney and the 1958 first integrated circuit that was developed by Jack Kilby. 1957 planar transistor was developed by Gene Horney. The planar process is a manufacturing process used in the semiconductor industry to build individual components of a transistor and in turn connect those transistors together. It is the primary process by which silicon is integrated chips are built. Gene Horney viewed that oxide instead as a possible solution. His planar approach, named after the flat topography of the finished device, would protect those junctions. After writing a patent disclosure in January 1959, he demonstrated a working planar transistor that March. 1958 First integrated circuit, also called as microelectronic circuit, microchip, or chip, an assembly of electronic components fabricated as a single unit in which miniaturized active device. Example, transistors and decodes. And passive devices, example, capacitors and resistors. And their interconnections are built up on a thin substrate of semiconductor material, typically silicon. It was integrated by Jack Kilby. The resulting circuit is thus a small monolithic chip which may be as small as a few square centimeters or only a few square millimeters. The individual circuit components are generally microscopic in size.
Good day. This is my topic for today. 1960s. 1960s, Library of Congress developed LC Mark machine-readable code. Mark, the Library of Congress developed Mark in the 1960s. Their intent was to create a computer-readable format that could be used of bibliographic records, enabling libraries to download cataloging, share information, and search all parts of cataloging record. MARC is an acronym for Machine-Readable Cataloging. It defines a data format that emerged from a Library of Congress led initiative that began nearly 40 years ago. And the second one is 1969. Unix operating system was developed which could handle multitasking. Unix was developed by AT&T Corporation's Bell Laboratories in the late 1960s. As a result of efforts to create a time-sharing computer system, Unix is a multi-user multitasking operating system that was developed by Bell Laboratories in 1969. In a multi-user system, many users can use the system simultaneously. Each user interacts with their own shell instance in this type of operating system and can start application as required. Unix can do many jobs at once, dividing the processor time between the tasks so quickly that it looks as if everything is running at the same time. This is called multitasking. With a Windows system, you can have many applications running at the same time with many windows open.
Intel introduced the first microprocessor chip. The Intel 4004 was the world's first microprocessor with a complete general-purpose CPU or Central Processing Unit on a single chip. Released in March 1971 and using cutting-edge silicon gate technology, the 4004 marked the beginning of Intel's rise to global dominance in the processor industry. It was invented by the Intel engineers Federico Fagin, Marcian E. Tedhoff, and Stan Mazur. (1972) Optical laser disc was developed by Philips and MCA. Early optical laser discs technology was invented by David Paul Gregg in 1958. By the time, Gregg had patented his transparent video disc system in 1961 and again in 1969. He decided to sell the patents to electronics manufacturer Philips. Philips had developed a video disc in reflective mode which has advantages over the transparent mode.